It's a first alert day and stormy weather is approaching. Some of it could be severe. You can see that the clouds have already moved in. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Marsha Lenz, and we thank you for joining us. We have new information on the severe weather, and the threat level has been raised even higher. Meteorologist Kyle Dickens has an update on what we need to know.
Yeah, folks, this is as significant as it gets, and we hate to be dramatic about this, but we just want you to know, and we want to convey the message. This is a very dangerous situation is setting up. Let's go to the maps. This just in too, we have a tornado watch now in effect, and this is not just an ordinary tornado watch, folks. This is a PDS, or particularly dangerous situation, tornado watch has been issued for the entire TV6 viewing area, with the exception of Lee County until 8 p.m. And Lee County eventually here we'll probably see this watch extended as the storms start to develop. Folks, this is a very serious situation. You need to, from now on, for the rest of the day, you need to stay weather aware. That watch is in place, meaning that the conditions are there. Everything is coming together for what could be a potential outbreak of severe weather, including tornadoes. We're talking about strong, long-tracked, and even violent tornadoes possible today. Alrighty, folks, here's what you need to know. Right now, PDS Tornado Watch in effect for the entire TV6 viewing area, with the exception of Lee County. But don't take that with a grain of salt. I think this will be extended off into the Chicagoland area as these storms develop. PDS means particularly dangerous situation. That is what we're setting up for today. Folks, this is something to take serious. We don't see this very often. It's a very rare setup, and right now, take a look at here on Skyview. You can see we're starting to get some sunshine poke through right after we had those brief rain showers. That is not good news, folks. We do not want to see that sunshine. It's helping warm things right back up. Look at, we didn't drop down much with that cloud cover. 64 degrees right now here in the metro, 57-degree dew point, that dew point on the rise. It's energy that these thunderstorms need. Temperatures right now, you can see where those clouds are, but look to the south. Keokuk already at 68 degrees. That warm air, look at 71 over in Ottumwa. All that warm air is just moving up into our area here and going to fuel these storms. Dew points on the rise up into the 60s already. Folks, this is not a good situation. SPC Storm Prediction Center has most of our area in a level 5 out of 5, high risk for severe weather. This is extremely rare for our area, folks. Last time we saw this goes back to the Washington tornado day anywhere in our vicinity. Also, you can see this is the tornado threat. Look at this. This hatched area represents any area that could see the potential for a strong, long-track tornado. The entire eastern Iowa, northern half of Illinois, even down into central Illinois is in that threat. But you can see this pink bullseye right over top of us, folks. So this is, again, setting up to be a very dangerous situation.
Massive hail core with that storm, lots of lightning as well. So yeah, this is, you know, honestly, I hope these storms kind of, you know, blow out a lot of their energy before they get here, but there's certainly no guarantee of that, because certainly the more widespread, harsher weather has been to our west today. That's round 2 that we've been telling you about, and now that we're pushing 4 o'clock, and I was talking in the meeting today that it looked like everything was delayed a little bit by about an hour. It might still be closer to 4:30, 5 o'clock when this finally starts making its way into the western TV6 viewing area. So there you go. We still have a lot to get through here, and we'll be with you every step of the way.
That's right. So this is a large tornado just near the Sigourney area or near Lancaster, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. So this is another one of those storms. You know, I'll go ahead and put a track on this. This is one of those storms that does have the potential to really move quickly. So you're not going to have much time to really take your action into gear. So once that warning is issued, just be sure to go ahead and take action immediately, because you're not going to have much time before that storm actually gets there. So this will be around Keota around 4:24, getting into the Iowa City area just around 5 o'clock or so, West Liberty 5:09, at Alyssa at 5:14. Of course, this is going well outside the tornado warning box, but because they're moving so fast, we want to give people in some of our western hometowns just kind of a heads up that this is a large and dangerous tornado that's in portions of Keokuk County heading off to the north and east.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of roads out there either that, you know, you can get stuck in an east or westbound roadway, and you're not going to be able to outrun this storm that's going 50 and 60 miles per hour. If you're trying to get north and south, that's not going to do you much good either. So that's why we're trying to make you get cover right now. With that confirmed tornado, I mean, we're talking about debris being recognized on radar. That radar beam shooting up at 15,000 feet in the air. So that's all getting sucked up into this storm, and this is all traveling to the north and east. And again, this is prime conditions for what we call long track tornadoes, which are on the ground for more than just a minute or two at a time, which we're used to seeing here in the Quad Cities. So this is kind of an abnormal event for us, and that strong tornado looks to be at least quite strong near Packwood or Ollie. We're going to keep that a close eye on it as it maybe approaches the Iowa City area here over the next hour.
Yeah, and saying that, Kevin, you know, we saw that tornado that apparently touched down via our spotter report in Warren County, and that was kind of a touch and go, but you're absolutely right. The long track tornadoes that the SPC and the Weather Service and we here at the TV6 Weather Center have been concerned about would be more prevalent with that western or that second line, and yeah, that is starting to get ominously close to the western portion of the TV6 viewing area. So this is something that we're going to continue to watch, and every time we get storms like this, what first pops out are those hail cores, because that means that we've got a strong updraft. And another thing that Kevin pointed out, I mean, that far away from the radar site that we can see that, that just means it's more significant, because as the radar beam goes out, the earth falls away, and things have to be taller for the radar to make that detection. And if we can see that from all the way over at, you know, from the Quad Cities radar site, then that is a significant storm. I just want to say the clock just hit 4. You're watching live weather coverage on KWQC-TV 6 Davenport, Iowa. We will be with you here through these storms that will continue to finish off the afternoon and likely get us into at least the first couple of hours of our evening up until 7, maybe beyond 7 p.m. But there is the debris ball. The radar knows what it's looking at is different from the environment of rain or wind. It knows that these things are bigger. These are, you know, I think, I hate to say it, but these are things like car parts, mattresses, pieces of wood, boards,
trees, dirt, anything.
Trees, yeah, anything that's
they're saying
different.
it's sucking up everything in its path right now.
Yeah, there you go. And that's the report we have from this tornado. And this is the storm that is still yet to move through the Quad Cities area. Will it be that strong when it gets here? God, I pray and hope not, but we'll have to see, because it is bearing down now on Washington County and eventually Johnson County as well. They're east Iowa City in its path. So if this one gets close to the Iowa City area, then you're talking about a lot of students, a lot of people. That would be a horrible thing to see that storm maintain its strength. But again, it's that one, it's the one toward Belle Plaine, it's storms that are extending off to the south, and those are all outlined by those yellow or black and red boxes, which are either severe thunderstorm or tornado warnings, respectively.
Getting reports too here near Sheffield of maybe some golf ball sized hail, quarter size for sure. We're getting ready to report this to the Weather Service. There is no tornado, or excuse me, there is no severe thunderstorm warning or tornado warning extended into northwestern parts of Bureau County for this storm, but I am sure that the Weather Service folks are working to get that issued as we speak.
Okay, well, there's back to Neponset, and this is our primary concern right now because of the possible rotation with this particular cell. Warnings go out for, if you move this one just a little bit to the right, Kyle, then you'll pick up a time on it. I guess not on this slide, but on the reflectivity. That's okay. We can hold off on that. As we see, not only the
There we go. We got a tornado warning.
Okay,
Tornado warning for Bureau County.
That's going to go right for Bureau County. As we just showed you right there on the air, that's a rotation of concern moving through the Neponset area, which is where you desperately need to be taking shelter if you haven't already. This will drop, this will be south of Mineral, but again, it looks like it will be heading right toward the central part of Bureau County on this trajectory, crossing Interstate 80, likely a little bit, but I don't want to guarantee this. It looks like a little bit west of Princeton, but Princeton, I'd be getting ready to take shelter, because what we've seen with this is on that northeast track, every now and then it just takes a little bit of a jog to the east, so that would bring Princeton possibly into play. Princeton, Illinois, of course. As we track this one out, we're looking at forward movement of about 60 miles per hour, and you can see Langley at about 4:36, so less than 10 minutes, where Douglas Elementary School is, and into Walnut by about 4:48, 4:50. And if it's a tornado we're talking about, we're going to stay on the air to make sure you know the latest. And certainly now that we're talking about our major population center, the Metro Quad Cities, with a rotation heading right to us. I mean, right to us, folks. Yeah. We are right here for the long haul, and we're going to take another hour or two, probably an hour and a half or so, to get these storms out of the way. Because it would appear to me, guys, that they are starting to speed up a little bit now that they're heading toward the over the Mississippi Valley.
They certainly are, and those storms that are out in Jackson County, out near Maquoketa, for our friends in Joe Davies County, this is all heading towards you right now. So we're giving you a big heads up with this, as those storms that have been have a history of producing tornadoes are going to push across the Mississippi River here within the next 15 to 20 minutes.
And we have a new tornado warning now south of the Quad Cities. It continues on that line along and east of the Mississippi River for portions of Henderson, Mercer, Rock Island, and Warren County. This goes until 6:45. This is for a radar indicated tornado, so no spottings or anything like that. But this does include Aledo, this includes Coal Valley, Preemption, as well as Viola. So if you are in these areas, you should be in your shelter place already because of that severe thunderstorm warning, but this is where we are concerned for that potential of a tornado. So
The south, there you can see that we've got starting with
Observed tornado located near Grand Mound. Eric, confirmed tornado on the ground near Grand Mound.
All right, that's where we had our crew.
Okay, Eric, our crew has eyes on this tornado right now. We have a crew near that where we saw that confirmed tornado. They are sheltered right now, but they can see a thin tornado right now. I don't know if this is not the view from Randy up in Grand Mound.
yeah, this is at Davenport right now.
that is Davenport.
Okay,
now.
we have pictures of this tornado. This is a confirmed tornado, confirmed by the TV6 crew here that is up in that area right now.
Yeah, Taylor, if you're listening back in the booth, yeah, you're getting the video pulled
getting
up
it
on
up,
Slack.
perfect.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Larry has some good video of a small tornado about 200 yards out there, door out the Shell Station off Highway 30.
So again, we're working to get that video again. If you're up in that area, there it
There it is right there, yep.
So
Not
this is
your
what we're going to see
classic
along this
tornado,
line.
but
yeah.
you can certainly see a little bit of maybe debris there. But this was taken moments ago there near, yeah, this was a couple
Shell
of minutes
Station
ago.
on Highway
near the
30
Shell.
there.
Yep.
Yeah, about to cross 61 between Welton and DeWitt. We've got our debris ball here. Take a look at this one right here.
Oh yeah, I see it right there.
Obviously, we can hear the rain coming down in the metro, but you can see that's well evident here with that potential rotation now sitting in this western part there of Rock Island County out there near Edgington, Illinois. Again, that appears to be lifting northeast towards the Quad Cities metro, so it's time to start taking some actions here. We've had some reports of hail out at the Mount Joy Airport there from the National Weather Service.
Structural damage being reported in DeWitt. We have a report of a house collapse. This is on 230th Street in DeWitt, so we're working to confirm that, but that is from law enforcement reporting structural damage in DeWitt right now. So again, continue on the ground here with the tornado, confirmed tornado doing damage at this time.
Yeah, and we still had those extra debris balls up there with that one. So we might be looking at, hard to tell now, but we could be looking at multiple tornadoes in that
radar
area.
signature is still pretty strong there, just east of Welton as well.
Exactly.
So that's heading directly towards Charlotte that we were mentioning earlier.
And
so
there you
take
go.
cover there.
Well,
take cover in Goose Lake.
Let's take
Preston, Miles,
Let's go back to
Andover.
radar here. There you go. So yeah, keep it right there, Kyle. That's a great shot. Look at that. That is a tornado, and it looks to be heading to Charlotte. This is the one that just crossed Highway 61, and of course down a little farther we have DeWitt, and there was a report of a tornado there within the last few minutes as well. Hey, here's Charlotte, Goose Lake down the road. This tornado here looks to be moving to the east-northeast. Maybe we would put that into motion and get that confirmed, because it was just back here a little while ago. So kind of, yeah. This direction really takes it on a track right to just east of Charlotte toward Goose Lake. So those areas right there, you're certainly in your shelter right now, I hope, because of what we're dealing with. And that is quite a signature for a tornado that we're getting right now in this part of the viewing area. And that's not the only one. We still have some other active tornado warnings, mainly stretching from the north up toward Jones County and Jackson County down to the south. Well, more so Jackson County now here down to the south, but here you go. You can see all of these as we move from north to south. Yeah, we've got Jackson County, the two that are in Clinton County, which is where we have at least one active tornado at this point. Also the Metro Quad Cities still in this tornado warning till 6:30. We'll come back to that next, but there's that next tornado warning farther south, mainly Mercer County, also northern portions of Henderson and Warren County as well. But let's get to the Metro Quad Cities. Here's the rain on cue, the very heavy rain that I'm just hearing now. It's really picking up here downtown. But for this tornado warning that includes the Metro Quad Cities, it looks like the rotation made more of an easterly trek, which is taking it farther south. So as we were mentioning earlier, when we weren't quite sure the direction, looked like it was pointing toward northwest Davenport. Now it looks like the whole thing here is off to the south, even of the outer loop of 280 here.
I've got a report of a confirmed tornado over top of Charlotte right now.
All right, and there's that tornado right there. You can see that lining up, certainly right on top of Charlotte. And again, this is that tornado we were talking about that moved across 61. There's the air going toward
There's a pretty good signature on it right now.
Very good signature, as a matter of fact. How
So
about
it's heading towards Sprogville and Preston.
That's not good.
I was just going to ask for that. And that's just what I did not want to see. That is an extreme debris ball right there. So we've got debris over Charlotte, tornado over Charlotte, moving. Can you motion
Yes.
that? And let's get an idea for Goose Lake. It looks like it's going to hop to the north of Goose Lake. Yeah, kind of coming in this direction here, it looks like.
We're getting a report of a confirmed large tornado with this right now here in the Charlotte area.
Yeah, and there it is, folks. You're seeing that right now live on TV6. That is a tornado, a large tornado over Charlotte, Iowa. This is the debris signature that the radar is picking up. Debris lofted hundreds, maybe a couple, more than a couple thousand feet in the air. That's why we are picking it up so brightly on the radar right now. And we've seen a few of these in the last hour or two, really last couple to 3 hours. So we do know that we're getting these tornadoes popping up across the area. This one right on top of Charlotte right now. And as we zoom back out, can we see any more of these in spots?
See, looks like we might have one.
There's the, looks like the warning just got extended up toward Preston
Yes.
and near Miles.
Preston, Miles is just
Delmer, you're
southeast
safe
of
for
it.
now. But yeah, this new extension to this simply because of the presence of this tornado. So folks in Preston, around Preston, over toward Miles.
The
Again,
very eastern edge there of just Jackson County in general here.
Yeah.
That's going to be moving into that vicinity.
yeah, because there's Macokota, and this is all moving to the northeast. So this is going to kind of shave the eastern edge of Jackson County. This air away from the radar site, green toward the radar site in the Quad Cities. There's that spin. Again, that layer of debris detection gives us an opportunity to kind of confirm that the specific location underneath the rotation higher above in the clouds. So right now, that's our most pressing incident here, the tornado that's now just southeast of Preston that went through Charlotte, and from reports we did here, caused some significant damage in that area. But that's a debris ball that we've been seeing for a long time. It started south of Welton, moving northwest of DeWitt, crossing Highway 61. As it did that, now it's north of 136, approaching Highway 64 between Preston and Miles. And this is where people really need to be taking shelter, all these rural areas. There's the latest scan. It looks like it's going to go right between both Preston and Miles, probably right over Dalton Pond right about now, as that continues to make that fast movement to the north.
So yeah, we're going to continue to track that one. I don't see any indications of debris at least, but we continue with the tornado warnings. Still have that confirmed tornado in portions of Jackson County. We've got 146 on the Iowa side. Some good news to report. The tornado warning for the Metro Quad Cities, Clinton, Scott, Rock Island County, that expires at 6:30 here. So
Hey, take a look at Geneseo, just southwest of Geneseo. There is look at that right there.
Right there.
That is a developing.
Yeah, we're talking about that moving toward Geneseo. So hopefully you are all in your shelter in these areas, and it will continue
Geneseo
past. And there's
There we
a
go.
new tornado warning just issued right there because of that spin-up tornado right on the leading edge there of those strong thunderstorms. So Geneseo shelter, Atkinson, Anawan shelter, everybody up in this part of Henry County, north of Interstate 80, from Atkinson north. There's Hoop Hole and Geneseo, of course, and these areas here. You'll be wanting to take shelter because specifically it's kind of right in the reflectivity, almost showing it too, but right in this area.
Tornado on the ground
here,
in Geneseo.
we've got a tornado now on the ground in Geneseo, and that is moving to the northeast at, I would assume, probably 60 plus miles per hour because it's right on the leading edge of that outflow coming in from those storms.
So yeah, that storm is moving off to the east. I'll put a quick track on it. It's about 55 miles per hour. So
55, okay.
These are highway speeds here, so you just don't have much time to react here. So we've got a couple of these towns here that are in the path of this. But again, this is a tornado that was at least briefly on the ground there in Geneseo, but based on radar, it's very indicative of the potential for that tornado. So again, we need to keep in mind that this is a brief tornado just southwest outside of Geneseo, moving off to the northeast at about 55 miles per hour. So now this is probably getting on the east side of Geneseo, and as Eric was mentioning, our radar is really jumping between each update because of how fast these storms are moving.